How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Funds are starting to float into Bitcoin, and we have a lot of ETFs that are now buying. We have a big event happening here today and tomorrow. We also have a bit of a dip in Bitcoin's price. You can see going from 72,000 just on May 21st, and then just 70,000 yesterday, to now going down to about 67,400, 67,500. Now popped up a little bit, but we are forming this interesting triangle. We're going to go through all this. If you don't mind, hit subscribe. Turn on the bell notification. Also, there's a link to Margex underneath the video in case you want to trade cryptocurrency, because we are forming, like I said, a pretty interesting triangle. You can check out the link underneath the video. You get a bonus as well, a deposit bonus that can be used towards fees, and you can trade all different kinds of assets with all different kinds of collateral as well. You can see some of the different collaterals here. You can trade with USDC, with Link, Caspa, Wrapped Bitcoin, DAI, AVAX, USDT, Bitcoin, BNB, all those with all these different assets you can trade. So definitely check that out underneath. Now, we have a really interesting, as I've said, I think I've said that 3 times, interesting chart here where, okay, let's just scroll out here. We moved up all the way to 74,000, went down, went all the way back down to 57,000, 56,000. Then we moved up, basically back to the top of the range. Now we're forming a bit of a triangle, leading us to about 69,000, which, we have seen some resistance before, but this will probably break out very soon, in my opinion. And we saw a huge week last week because of the funds that were flowing into Bitcoin ETFs. We may break out of this prematurely. I'm guessing to the upside. We have a couple big events here today. Now keep in mind, we did fall down from this line, most likely due to this. We had the Mt. Gox Bitcoin moved into one address and then moved out to 3 new addresses yet. No sales, just transfers. A lot of people are worried about this because there's a lot of Bitcoin, 142,000 Bitcoin that's going to be given out to creditors from the exchange way back a decade ago. Now, some people are worried, thinking, hey, all these people that invested at, $100 per Bitcoin or $200, they're going to get this Bitcoin with it worth, what, 35x, 350x? I can't do the math off the top of my head, but we're worth so much more than what they invested, right? Yes, that would be a 350x if we're at 70,000 and they bought at 200. They're going to get this Bitcoin and dump it. That's what people think. They're just going to get out of the market. You put in $1,000, you make $350,000, for example. You're going to take some profits, right? So people are worried that that's going to dump the market. Now, personally, I have been following this for years, and people are always worried about this. They nearly always push back the deadline for information, for when they're going to push out Bitcoin to everyone, for when everything's going to be wrapped up. I don't know when they'll actually get back all this Bitcoin. Right now, it's supposed to be October. We've known this since January. So even if people get their Bitcoin then, I think it's more FUD than anything else. I mean, the fact is, we have a lot of entities and a lot of ETFs swallowing up Bitcoin. Like, we see very strong walls of buying. And personally, I think people will buy this up. If some people want to sell their Mt. Gox Bitcoin, okay, it's going to be bought up a decent amount by the market. Also, I think there are going to be some people that have just held on to this, or not held on to it, I suppose, because they lost it, but they've had Bitcoin for 10 plus years. They're very pro Bitcoin. Like, they believe in Bitcoin. They're going to hold their Bitcoin after they get it distributed to them. A lot of people, I think, will do that. Maybe take some profits, but then hold the majority. I mean, when you just think about that example, if you bought in at 200 and now you have 350x the value, maybe you sell 10% Okay, you make a 35x then on your initial investment over 10 years, and you still have 90% of your Bitcoin. Keep in mind too, a lot of them would have to pay significant taxes on that. So maybe they're going to try to disperse it over or spread it out over 5-10 years. Okay, so that is kind of my opinion on it. I think usually this is just more FUD than anything else. More people are just worried about it than they should be. And this is still months and months away. Like we're talking about something 6 months from now. Now, in the short term, we have Bitcoin ETPs starting to trade on the London Stock Exchange today. So we're going to have to watch how this goes. It seems like every time there's some new product launching on some new exchange, we see a lot of information about it throughout the day and at the end of the day. So I'll definitely include this as long as we have some good information. We also have treasury buybacks starting for the first time since 2002, and that starts tomorrow. So the program is designed to improve liquidity in the treasury markets, yada, yada, yada. I've talked about this, but this is going to buoy the markets, give more liquidity to the markets. Now, what is moving up right now? OUT Coin, Celestia, and it looks like a bunch of meme tokens. Dog with Hat up 14.3% today. Floki up 10%. Bonk up 11%. Book of Meme up 8%. We have some other cryptos that are doing well as well, like Chainlink, Chiliz. But meme coins, again, just beating the market. It's amazing how well they performed over the last year. So congrats everyone in meme coins. You can trade some meme coins over on Margex as well in case you want to leverage. But funds are flowing in to crypto in general. We look at this almost every day. The Bitcoin ETFs, 15,000 Bitcoin were bought last week. As you can see from the Fund Flows weekly report, we had about 1 billion coming into Bitcoin, which, that's right. That's about, like I said, about 15,000 Bitcoin. Then we actually had some money flowing into Ethereum. Not for the first time this year, but you can see this week we had 35 million go into Ethereum. The month to date is negative 11. The year to date is negative 22. So this is an outperformance. This might be the best week so far we've seen for Ethereum, most like on the back of those Ethereum ETFs. Some people actually depositing into ETFs right now for Ethereum, maybe swallowing up that ETH discount. We also have Solana getting some inflows, Litecoin getting some inflows, XRP getting some inflows, Chainlink and other all getting inflows. Cardano, come on, man. Negative 1.2 million. Short Bitcoin, negative 4.3. That makes sense. Negative 4.1 coming out of multi-asset. Okay, so not bad at all. United States still pulling the majority of the weight here. Come on, Hong Kong, Sweden, Canada, buy some Bitcoin. And then Michael Saylor pointing out 32 Bitcoin spot ETFs now hold 1 Nakamoto of Bitcoin. A lot of ETFs holding 42 Bitcoin and up, as you can see here. Most holding 1,000 or more. So overall, yeah, it's turning into a good year. There seems to be a lot of money flowing into Bitcoin. There's going to be money flowing into Ethereum here soon with the Ethereum ETFs. We don't know when those will trade yet with the spot ETFs, but overall, it's looking quite bullish. And last week, again, we had a big week for the ETFs. Hopefully, we see another week like that this week because we could be at all-time highs. I mean, we moved a lot last week. 7 days ago, we were right around, 66,000? And a week before that, we were at 60,000. So, 2 weeks ago, we were sitting right around 60,000, 62,000. Now we're at 68. We were just at 72. So who knows? We could be at 80,000 by the end of the week, depending on how these flows come in. And of course, we did have some catalysts. 2 weeks ago, we had the 13F filings. A lot of people realized, oh, wow, there are a lot of Bitcoin ETF. There are a lot of hedge funds that own Bitcoin ETFs. Last week, we had the Ethereum approval. What happens this week? I don't know. It's a shorter week with Memorial Day. Maybe it's a bit of a quiet week. maybe there's something big that happens. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I will see you in the next video.